Lyrics kill at my religion, about to jump up out the tree. Same one where we be kissing. I can't never speak my mind, cause when I do I just be tripping. I don't wanna slip my wrist, my cuts be deeper than your love. Depending on the snakes, but never praying up above. I'm so sorry I ain't perfect, but so hopeless that I'm worth it. Every time you keep it real, and then you're gonna leave me hurting. I'm so sorry that I'm nice, I'm so sorry that I'm working. Don't nobody keep me straight. Here's my heart if you deserve it. Nobody's.
My story about suicide and bad things that have happened that I've struggled with. So I think it's all started about maybe a few years ago when I was still in Hawaii. I went through a lot of bullying because of my skin color and my background from not being from Hawaii, and I wasn't a native. And I've always got a lot of hate for it, and I couldn't speak English, so it really was hard to communicate with others, and I didn't really understand it at first until I had my parents translate what people were saying to me. And after I found out, it's like, it just really hurt, and I wish I didn't know what they were saying, and it really made me not want to speak my own language anymore because of what I get from it.
If you don't mind, you mind telling us some of the things they said about you?
They would call me spick, wetback, illegal immigrant, the N-word, you know, because of my skin color, and taco, Dora, and things like that.
And when they called you these names and you found out what they were saying, how did it make you feel?
It made me feel really bad because I was thinking, how could someone that you don't really know, like, why would you go out your way and make them feel bad, you know?
And as a result, how did you get over it? You know, how did you come to the realization what was going on? And, you know, when you put your foot down, you know, how did you do that?
Well, it actually took a little while, and I'm still kind of in that process. But the way I started off was I just said, you know, they're just saying these things. What else can they do? They can't really do much, you know. At the end of the day, I'm still me. I'm still doing what I do. You know, I don't live for them, so I don't have to entertain them or listen to what they say. So to anyone who has thoughts about leaving this world, please understand that there's so much more to life. There's so many things that you'll get to experience, and if you end your life, you don't get a second chance. You can't get that back, and you may not know now, but there's people who actually really care about you, and you'll never know who loves you, and you don't understand that you may be going through stuff, but if you decide to end your life, you could possibly trigger other people to want to do that, and maybe even cause them more pain than you went through, and you just don't understand how bad things can really get. And I promise you that things are gonna get better, because at the end of the day, I'm still here. And to everyone who lost their lives, I'm so sorry that you did what you thought you had to do and that you couldn't find the light in this dark, dark world that you were in.
Hello, my name is Destiny. I'm 17 years old, and today I'm going to be talking about the time where I tried to kill myself in 8th grade because of a situation that happened in the hallway. I was walking down the hallway, and these group of boys pushed me on the ground, and I got touched inappropriately, and ever since then I felt some type of way. I really don't let people in my life. If I do, yeah, it's like I trust you, kinda, but not really. But I've been through a lot. Like, people think my life is easy, but it's really not. I go through shit at home. I lost my grandma. I lost my grandpa. So, yeah.
Okay, you want to tell us about some of the times where you felt like you were alone and nobody was there for you?
The times I felt like I was alone is like when my grandma left, basically, because my grandma was like my best friend. She did everything for me. I barely I feel like I'm alone now because my siblings, they don't check on me. my mom, you know, she my mom, so she there for me, but at times, sometimes she not. So,
Do you have any friends that level you out? That, you know, when you come to school, you feel like, hey, I'm away from all my problems?
yeah.
So school is like your getaway.
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you have anything to say to anybody out there that may watch this who's having like trouble, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that?
Suicide thoughts. I actually did try to kill myself one time. But at the end of the day, it's really not worth it, because if you got friends that's there for you, you'll forget about all your problems.
And how about the people who don't have people there for them?
If you don't have people there for you, I suggest you to find a circle, a group of friends, or at least one friend that you can really trust and be around you all the time.
Is that all?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, my name is Shania. I'm 17 years old, and I want to tell you about the time where I almost killed myself. Almost took my life away. I lost my mom when I was 10 years old. And I remember the day they told me when I was in school. I couldn't take it, so I left school early, of course. Then, I'm going to explain to y'all what happened. She had a brain aneurysm, which is bleeding on the brain, a stroke on the brain. And 6 months later, my dad passed away. He had a heart attack in his sleep. And I took it real hard, of course. I tried to kill myself at school. I got reported to the office because I stabbed myself out at the playground. But sometimes I still want to kill myself, because as you know, when you don't have parents, things are different. Like your guardians, like still my mom's sister. She don't treat me like my mom would treat me. Like, y'all have all this stuff. I can have this stuff, but she's not gonna buy it. I have to afford it for myself. For example, my birthday just passed. She didn't give me anything for my birthday. She didn't buy nothing for my birthday besides my dinner at Logan's and my hair. That's it. I bought my own hair, the weave, and I paid for my own nails. So she didn't do anything for my birthday, basically. But I lost my grandma in 2016. And after I lost her, it was like my life totally went upside down. I don't have grandparents. I have one grandma that's living, but she's on her deathbed. So all I have is basically my aunt and uncle. But I have family members who does help take care of me. But they're not the same as my parents. I don't get as much as everybody else gets around here or whatever. That's why I stay in my own lane. I don't worry about drama and stuff like that, because I know if I get in trouble, my auntie gonna treat me different than my mom would treat me. My mom used to fight and stuff in school, so she know how it is when you fight and stuff. But she dropped out in 8th grade. That's why I'm trying to stay in the CCM in school and graduate. I graduate next year. Thank God. I graduate next year. I'm trying to do better than my mom. I am doing better than my mom because I'm in 11th grade. She dropped out in 8th grade. So yeah, that's how my life goes.
Do you have anything you want to say to those who have been through things that they may think are worse than what you've been through? Because we know you've lost a lot of people that you care about.
All I have to say is keep your hopes up, stay strong, believe in what you want to believe in, and you will get through life and never doubt yourself.
Hi, my name is Taylor Gooding. I'm 16, and I will be telling you about my life and the time I almost killed myself. Well, it was multiple times. So, some of y'all know my story, some of y'all don't. When I was 4, my mom met this guy, and you know the basic stories. You get a new phone there. It's like, okay. So we moved to Charlotte and everything. That's when everything went downhill. So he was the most, he was a very bad person to be around. He would, every time my mom would leave, he'd come in the room and start feeling me and different things, and then 3-4 times he raped me, and then I just, and he wasn't the only one. My cousins used to do that all the time, but it was more like molestation than anything. But that didn't really stop until 7th or 8th grade. And so 9th grade year, That's when I thought everything was going to be all fine and dandy, but my mom made me go and see him, you know, try to talk everything out, but it didn't work out like that. The same thing happened again. So one day I got home from school, got off the bus, and I started crying, and I ran straight upstairs to my room, and I started cutting and cutting and cutting, like my arms and my thighs. I mean, they've healed now, but yeah.
So, as we can see, you've been through a lot as well. What made you not do it? Like, what made you realize, like, hey, you know, what I've been through is horrible, but I'll get better?
Well, my sister came in the room, and she just told me that, you know, she would hate for me to be gone, and you know, she could help me get through it, and you know that there's people who still love me and still need me here. So.
And do you have anything to say to anybody who's, you know, been through the same thing as you, who've been, you know, molested and things like that? Do you have anything to say to those people?
If you're currently going through it, you know, and you know me, you know, I'm here to talk to. I'll try to be there for you. If you don't have anyone, you know,
you can drop your information on the video.
Yeah, you can, yeah, just find some way to communicate with me. But yeah, just keep your head up, because even though it might be one downfall, you know, there'll be something that'll bring you back up.
Okay. Hi, my name is Centonia. I've been dealing with a lot of issues lately, and I haven't really been dealing with them in the best way. I also have been suffering from depression a lot, and I do take medicine for it, and I recently stopped. And I'm gonna tell you about my story. So, growing up, I really didn't have, my father wasn't in my life. I just grew up with my mom. Me and my brothers all got split apart. So, as you know, I started to feel lonely after a while. You know, we didn't live in the best area. We lived in the project, so it was kind of, that was something hard to deal with too. I did get picked on for the clothes I would wear. I used to get bullied a lot. My mom had to come up there like every day. So starting off, when I was young, you can already tell like I was going through a lot. But I hit rock bottom when I entered high school. Entering high school, I started realizing like I'm really getting older now, and I have to face a lot of things on my own. I ended up getting my own job. I ended up doing a lot of things. I got involved in extracurricular activities such as volleyball, worked at a radio station. Everything was going, you know, pretty great. And my depression hit. I went to the doctor, and it was asking me like a lot of questions about my health. Why am I losing so much weight? And they started asking me a lot of things. And I remember breaking down inside of the doctor's office. You know, being a teenager wasn't easy for me at all, nor was it a smooth transition from the life that I lived when I was younger. I know people have worse stories, but my story wasn't that bad, but it was bad. It wasn't that bad because I still had a roof over my head, but it was bad because I was isolated. I was by myself. I was lonely. I had nobody to talk to. I started cutting myself on my arms repeatedly because I felt like when I cut myself, it would usually take away some of the pain that I dealt with going through things at home. So then I began to throw my pills away. I began to go into spiral control. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I would just stay in, you know, in my room. I think the worst thing that hurt the most was when I got separated from my brothers. And my dad has came back into my life, but it still hasn't been the best, but we tried to make things work. And put aside from my dad, my mom used to always try to help me and talk to me and get me to break out of my shell, but it never really worked at all. And our relationship wasn't the strongest relationship. It was never like that. It was more so I felt like a roommate relationship wasn't the strongest relationship at all. So I started spiraling out of control to deal with my problems. I didn't really go to my friends as much because I felt like no one would understand. And most of my friends didn't have to go through the things I had to go through, so we couldn't relate. And that's when I really just started just losing myself. I lost myself as a person. My grades started dropping. I started doing things I shouldn't be doing. And I just wasn't myself anymore. And I think that's the problem. I feel like people really do need someone to talk to. I was so close to almost ending it all. And the only reason why I'm still here is because someone came in my room and they found out what was going on when I woke up. People don't realize that when you're going through so much and you have nobody by your side, that is the most loneliest feeling of all. You know, sometimes you can just text somebody, you know, check up on them, ask them how they were doing. I didn't really get any of that at all. And even when I wanted to reach out and talk to somebody, I was like, what's the point? And I think that's the problem that we all seem to make, is that we don't try to get help ourselves. And now I have to live with, you know, scars on my arms and me going to see therapists and all that. But in the end, I know it'll be worth it. But yeah, that's my story. See you guys next time.
Before you go, is there anything you want to say to those who will be watching this video and may, you know, be experiencing or have been through the same problems but haven't had the same, you know, opportunity you've had to recover?
I want to just let you guys know, if you're out there, do not try to harm yourself. Don't let it get that bad where you feel like that's the only way you can, you know, relieve the pain. Just go get help. You have counselors out there, therapists, you know, you even have some teachers that might, you know, can relate to you and get you help. But don't ever try to harm yourself at all.
Hey, my name is Twyla. I'm 17 years old. You probably remember me from Couch 1, the episode about me being gay and stuff like that. But just another story that I barely tell anyone because I don't want anybody to feel sad for me. So I'm going to start when I was young, like 4 and 5. It's a long, real story. So when I was like 5, my mama, she left me and my sister and brothers with my dad. I was only my dad's child, but my dad took all my sister and brothers because my mom just left. So when she left me, it was like hurtful, but not hurtful at the same time. So my dad, he didn't know what to do because I'm a girl, and then I had 2 brothers, and then my other sister. So my sister basically had to take care of me because, like, get my hair done and stuff like that. So it was like, where was my mama? And my mom, she was on drugs. And sometimes I just hate her, but sometimes I realize that she did a good job to give me to my dad instead of just being on the streets with her or doing drugs in her face, doing drugs in my face. So 6, 7 years, I'm living with my dad. It's just a real hard year. My brother had a friend that came over one day, and we was just walking, just playing, and my friend asked my brother, how do a vagina look? And my brother said, I don't know, we can see. So when he said that, he asked me, and he was like, let me and my friend see how a vagina look. I didn't know better, like, I'm young, I don't know nothing about vagina or nothing. So he was like, I won't tell your daddy, just let us see. So more of the story, my brother pulled my pants down, and he was like, let me touch it. I don't know no better, so he touched it. So basically he messed with me. The long story. So I'm just crying because I don't know what to do. I'm young, but I know that no one's supposed to touch your vagina. So I'm just crying, like crying so bad, like just crying. So we get in the house, my dad asked me, he was like, what's wrong? I was like, nothing wrong. I'm scared. So I'm scared to tell my dad or not. So I'm just really scared. So he was like, tell me, cause it's something wrong with you. I can see it. And my brother was like, if you tell, you're really gonna get in big trouble. So I'm just hiding it. And you know how you hide it, cause I know everybody hides something before in life. And it's like you wanna tell, but you don't wanna get in trouble. But if you tell, you'll release the stress. So that's how it was. So I was just like, I can't help it. I can't help it. So I told my dad, he was like, I basically got in trouble. He was like, go to the person's house and tell what happened. I was like, I cannot do it. I cannot just go and tell somebody dad that their son touched me. So I was like, I just cannot do it anymore. So basically, it was just hard and stress. So growing up, when I'm in high school, okay. So back in high school, by the way, my mom came back in my life because my stepmom was hitting us. So she was like, she gonna get us back. So that's good news. But in high school, stress really came because I kept thinking about it because I live with my brother. And my brother think that it's real good just to walk around, laugh and smile when it's not. So high school, it was a lot of stress. I never cut myself. I never took any pills or nothing like that. But I thought about hanging myself or just running away. But I never did it. Reason why I didn't do it because I go to my friend. Like my friends always been there for me. So I go to my friend and they'll tell me what to do and what not to do. And I just talk to them. Of course I might cry a little bit. But I still think the reason why I didn't kill myself because God made me in this world for a reason. So I have to prove that I'm here and I'm going to stay until God take me out. So what I want y'all to know is, if y'all going through stress or anything, please tell any of your friends. That's what is your friends here for. If you cannot tell your mom or dad about the situation. But never try to hide it. Because if you hide it, you have stress, you faint, you do everything. And then you get so tired of it. And when you finally release it, you release it by scratching yourself or hurting yourself. And you should release it as soon as you get it in your head. Release it to your friend. Don't hide it.
Hey everyone, I am the producer and director of The Couch. The purpose of this episode was to, for me to gather people that, some of them I've never even spoke to before. But, it was to gather people who've been through things and that have overcome obstacles, even if they're still going through it. These are people who are very brave in my eyes, who are very courageous. They took a stand. They talked about things that they never told even their close friends. These people, these are real life experiences. And I remember last episode where I was like, yeah, you should be in it, you can relate being in it. I can relate to this topic as well, but I think it pulls away from, the main focus if I'm in the episode. So I'm just gonna give the floor to the people who can make a who can make a change and they don't even know it. So that's the main goal of this episode. For viewers who are going through it, going through things, I want to let you know that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. There's always a turning point because change is inevitable. which means that you can't run from change. Things are going to change. You're going to change. You're going to develop. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to mature. You're going to see things differently the older you get, or even when you're young, you see things. You develop wisdom. Please know that there are people that you don't even know that can help you. You might feel like, you know, I don't have nobody, I don't have friends, but there's always somebody you can go to, you know, or maybe you're not comfortable with the school counselor. Seek help. You know, you might feel like you are alone, that nobody gets you and stuff like that. Help can come to you, but when you're desperate, go to help. Go to help. Don't wait, because I'm not gonna say it will ever be too late, but you have a life to live. And many people are like, my life is hard, my life is hard. Life is not our best friend. You know, that's life. But we as people have to, you know, get through those things. And we can't do it alone. You know, a lot of us feel like, oh, I've been through things before, I can do this on my own. You need people. A lot of people feel like they can do things on their own. You need somebody. And it's okay to need people. It's okay to need help. It's okay to not be okay, because you want to develop those bonds with other people. So that's my message to you. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank you for being amazing subscribers. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you share it, because people need to know that it's going to be okay. And even though this video might not mean much to you, it can mean much. It can mean something to somebody else. You never know what somebody's going through. So thank you guys. I love you all, and there is more to come.
With some tears, get she pleasures off my pain. Thinking music ain't the way. Solve my problems with a blade, and it's so stupid what she's saying, but somehow fucking with my brain, and I'm not thinking right at all. But attention, I'm still paying. Told me grab that gun and load it. 6 feet under's where I'm laying. Said don't worry about nobody. Take your life, let it end. Disrespectful, but talks to me like I'm a friend. If I told her no once, then she would ask me once again. She won't start trying like those others do. She said she'll give me wings to fly like a mother do. Don't wake up from your dreams, let me smother you. No